Welcome to the first episode of Pokemon Fun Facts. Each episode I'll cover 20 Pokemon in order of Dex number. Since it's the first episode, we'll be looking at the first 20, from Bulbasaur to Raticate. Hopefully you learned something along the way, and thanks for tuning in. Now let's get into it. To start off, we begin with Bulbasaur. In 2001, Niue released a $1 coin featuring Bulbasaur as part of a commemorative promotion for the Pokemon franchise, with Bulbasaur's face on one side and the nation's coat of arms on the other. Bulbasaur's evolution family is the only starter Pokemon evolution family to have each member appear at least once in the Super Smash Bros. Series. Next up is Ivysaur. According to Bulbapedia, the weight of the plant on its back prevents Ivysaur from standing on its hind legs. Its original sprite in Pokemon Red and Blue were of it standing on its hind legs. Ivysaur and Dartrix are the only first stage grass starters to have a dual typing. Venusaur. In the Generation 1 games, Pokemon Green, Red, and Blue, if the trainer chooses Charmander, it's impossible to register Venusaur in the Pokédex without trading. Mega Venusaur has the highest base stats of all Poison-type Pokemon. Charmander, the first Fire-type starter Pokemon, is also the tallest Fire-type starter Pokemon. In its original sprite and first artwork, Charmander's back is depicted as having a small line of spikes. The spikes were not shown in the sprites and artwork of later generations. Charmeleon. Charmeleon's debut came in the Pokemon manga called Onyx is On, when Blue was battling Brock. Now this is surprising because usually we picture as Red having a Charmeleon rather than Blue. Now Charmander and Charizard have the same variant of orange, but Charmeleon's is much darker, because Charmeleon is based on an ornithopod, which was a dinosaur. Now some of these were depicted as having a darker red tint. Next up is everybody's favorite fire lizard, Charizard. Charizard was voted as the favorite Pokemon by official Nintendo magazine readers in February 2012, as well as the #1 Pokemon in IGN's Top 100 Pokemon list in late 2011. Mega Charizard Y has the highest special attack of all Fire-type Pokemon. And Charizard was also the inspiration for the naming of Chicola Charizard, a species of stem-nesting bees. The Chilicola Charizard bees were named by Canadian scientist Spencer K. Moncton, who named the bee after Charizard because he pointed out that the species has a long snout and an orange hue where normal bees have yellow. Squirtle. Squirtle has been the most trained starter by major anime characters. First was Ash, then May, and Gary, Blue, and Tierno. Squirtle was also on the back of Niue $1 coin as a commemorative promotion of the Pokemon franchise in 2001, just like Bulbasaur. Wartortle. In its original artwork, the ears were supposed to be the same color as the body, but was changed to a lighter color. They live in colonies on islands, freshwater ponds, or lakes. Blastoise. In Pokemon Stadium 2, a trainer has a Blastoise who knows the moves Mist and Mirror Coat. However, it is impossible to breed both of these moves onto Blastoise. According to the Pokédex entries, it can pierce through thick steel with its cannons. This means that it can precisely blast a hole through a human body from one hydro pump. Caterpie. Caterpie in its evolution chain mirrors a caterpillar undergoing metamorphosis, from worm to cocoon or chrysalis to butterfly. Caterpie is tied with Weedle for having the lowest special defense stat of all bug-type Pokemon, and is tied with 5 other Pokemon for having the lowest special defense stat of all Pokemon. Metapod. Metapod's shell is as hard as steel. And Metapod, Kakuna, Cascoon, and Silcoon all have the exact same base stats, EV yield, ability, and learn set. Butterfree. Butterfree was the first Pokemon to be seen with an alternate color, pink, which is unlike its shiny version. Butterfree was trained by 4 important trainers in the anime. One was Ash, Richie, Soledad, and Drew. Our next line of bugs kicks off with Weedle. Weedle is the only Pokemon that cannot legitimately know any normal type moves. And Weedle was the inspiration for the naming of Stentorceps weedley, a species of wasps. It was named after the species of wasp because of the spine on the wasp's head. The evolved form of Weedle, Kakuna. It's a common misconception that Kakuna does not have arms. However, it does, unlike Metapod and other first stage bug types that usually come early in the games. Many people thought this was to be a mistake, but they are actually poisonous barbs used to fend off predators. Finishing off the second bug line is Beedrill. Beedrill has 4 legs, unlike real wasps that have 6. And Mega Beedrill has many records. It has both the highest attack and speed of all poison types. It's got the lowest special attack, as well as the lowest defense and total base stats of all Mega Evolved Pokemon. Next is our first bird line, which kicks off with Pidgey. In the Pokemon Red and Blue Beta, Pidgey was actually named Pidge. Pidgey has the shortest cry of any Pokemon, being 181 thousandths of a second long. Pidgey has 3 talons on each foot, 2 in the front and 1 on the back, but is sometimes represented as having 4 per foot in the anime. Pidgeotto. Pidgeotto is the only Pokemon with a base stat total of 349. This Pokemon preys on Caterpie, Magikarp, and Execute. Yes, Pokemon eat other Pokemon. And now Pidgeot. In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, when rebattling gym leaders, both Falkner and Blue's ace is Pidgeot. It's interesting because Falkner is the first gym leader, where Blue is the last. In Generation 1, Pidgeot is shown having golden brown tail feathers, when in Generation 3 it only has red tail feathers, so Alola might not be the only region that has different forms of Pokemon. Next is the most common Pokemon of all, Rattata. In the Alola region, Yungoos was specifically introduced to keep the Rattata population down. Rattata's original name in the Pokemon Red and Blue Beta was Ratatak. And finally, youngster Joey is a fan favorite with his army of Rattatas and one of the most memed trainers ever. To finish off our list for today, we have Raticate. Now Raticate's catch rate was 90 in Generations 1 and 2, but this was changed to 127 in Generation 3, making them much harder to catch. Raticate is the only Pokemon that shares its national Pokédex number with the level at which it evolves from its pre-evolution, number 20. Thanks for tuning into this new series. I hope that you learned something that you didn't. If you liked this video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up down below. And if you did learn something, go ahead and tell me what you learned down in the comments section. Thanks for watching everybody, we'll be back next week. Have a nice day.